Okay, Clerk Argona, could you,
We're called the City Council meeting to order. Please rise and join the council for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This evening, Mayor Marquez is not here. He is ill. So we would need a motion from the floor for Mayor Pro Tem. Mr. Belzak?
Yeah, I'd like
Do I have a
to-
second? Shower. And I'll do the roll call. Belzak?
Here.
Shower?
Here.
No, not here. Agree. Aye. We're doing for Mayor Pro Tem. This is
I'm
not
sorry.
roll call.
I didn't hear the name, so my apologies.
Oh,
you
I
got
didn't
one?
say his name, that's why I was waiting.
oh, I'm sorry.
I'm nominating Alderman Joe Kenny for Mayor Pro Tem for this evening.
Second.
Okay, thank you. Belzak?
Aye.
Shower?
Aye.
Clistic?
Aye.
Gustafson?
Aye.
Kenny?
aye.
Sullivan?
Aye.
Vaughn?
Aye.
Okay, 7 ayes.
Thank you, Joanne. And it's probably redundant, but we will do the roll call. Joanne, do the roll, please.
Belzak?
Here.
Clistic?
Here.
Gustafson?
Here.
Kenny?
Here.
Shower?
Here.
Sullivan?
Here.
Vaughn?
Here.
7 present.
Okay, we have a quorum. Thank you very much. This is the part of the meeting where we can take questions from the audience on any announcements or anything that might be on the agenda tonight. Something might get voted on that you're not being able to stay for the whole meeting. You get 3 minutes to speak at this time. Okay, we have one person? Okay,
Just starting things.
Can you
No one
pull
else
the
wanted to
microphone
go
down?
first. Yes.
And-
I'm
and-
going first because no one else wanted to go first.
and we're gonna allow you for 3 minutes, ma'am, okay?
Yep. My name is Megan Hoffbauer. My husband grew up in the Hinswood subdivision, and when it was time for us to sell our home in Naperville, we chose to buy here in Darien, knowing it's a nice place to live and raise our 3 young children. We found an amazing community of neighbors in the patio homes and have enjoyed being closer to family. Last winter, we had one consistent issue every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. The bass from the music at Q Bar could be felt inside our home. I contemplated reaching out to Q Bar or the police at the time, but we had just moved in and I thought maybe it was just us. We suffered through the loss of sleep and interruption into our lives, hoping that it would get better. Over the summer, it was better on most nights. The nights when the music was loud, I could drown it out with a noise machine, and thankfully we couldn't feel the bass. Unfortunately, as the weather has gotten cold, we are again dealing with the bass at Q Bar being too loud. I've called and messaged Q Bar with no results. I resorted to contacting the police a few weeks ago, twice. Each night I spoke to the police. They were able to get Q Bar to lower the volume of the bass, but it would only help for that night. After speaking to my neighbors, some of which are here tonight, it turns out that I'm not the only one. It's not just my family. This issue has apparently been happening and ongoing for winters, for several years. Every winter. One neighbor who couldn't be here tonight because her whole family is sick stated, quote, "It gets to the point every winter that I kind of dread bedtime on the weekends," unquote. The issue impacts about a dozen homes, which includes at least a dozen children and families that include essential workers from the medical and law enforcement communities. The negative impacts of lost sleep affect school, work, and home life. The best way to describe feeling the bass from Q Bar is a pulsating headache all over my body. We do not want to negatively impact Q Bar and their business. We are simply asking that the City Council helps its residents in the matter so that businesses and residential communities can coexist peacefully. And just to give you some to put things into context, the city of Chicago has an ordinance where anything over 60 decibels outside of business is not allowed. And the city of Aurora has an ordinance that a business cannot emit sound beyond 75 feet of its boundaries when it's adjacent to a residential community. My home is 900 feet from Q-Bar, and the sound actually travels over 1,500 feet away to Portsmouth Drive in Hinswood. So I'm gonna be honest, I didn't wanna be here. I didn't wanna have to come. I hate public speaking. I'm shaking right now. But I saw how things unfolded over the summer, and I don't want things to go that way. I just felt like I had no other alternative but to turn to the city council for help in this matter. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Megan.
Do we have any more communications from the audience?
Good evening. I'm Janet Tongit. I lived in Darien now for over, I guess about 40 years. And I'm past chamber president, and I'm the past chairperson of the Darien Fest, and I also did 9 years of the entertainment for the Darien Fest. So I have a little bit of knowledge about music and bass. What Megan was talking about, and I live in the same community that she is in the patio homes, she's not joking. This is ridiculous. Anybody here, raise your hand, please. Have you ever been on the street, driving your car, parked at a stoplight, and somebody pulls up next to you? Let's say it's a Thunderbird from the 70s, and it's got glass packs, and they rev that engine, and it shakes the inside of the car. Or how about the car that goes and it's got the subwoofers inside the trunk, and those subwoofers are going so loud and so deep with the bass that it shakes your head, it shakes your teeth, and you're just sitting there driving along, right? And it's aggravating and irritating. Oh, it might be fun for a minute or two, but it's not fun if you have to have it for a couple of hours in a row. This is what we're dealing with. We're not asking them to stop the music. We want them to succeed in their business. Just for Pete's sake, they don't need to have the bass that low. When I was doing Darien Fest, and we had now Joe, you know this, and Dan, you know this too from Darien Fest. Back in the day, when we would have the fest over at the Darien Park over there by the library, the people that lived across the street and along the sides, Joanne Coleman, when she lives right there, when she used to be the secretary here, they would say to us, "Can you just fix the bass?" They didn't care about the music, they cared about the bass. So, as Megan Trainor would say, it's all about the bass. Thank you very much.
You beat me to that joke. Okay, do we have any more audience members who'd like to speak? Okay. With that, we'll go on to approval of minutes, goal-setting session from November 8th, 2021. Do I have a motion to approve? I have a approval from Alderman Shower, seconded by Alderwoman Sullivan. The roll?
Shower,
Aye.
Sullivan,
Aye.
Vaughn,
Aye.
Belzak,
Aye.
Clistic,
Aye.
Gustafson,
Aye.
Kenny,
Aye. 7
ayes.
Thank you. City Council, November 15th, 2021 minutes. Do I have a motion to approve? I have a motion from Alderman Belzak, seconded by Alderman Shower. Discussion? With that, the roll.
Belzak,
Aye.
Shower,
Aye.
Sullivan,
Aye.
Gustafson,
Aye.
Clistic,
Aye.
Kenny,
Aye.
Vaughn,
Aye.
7 ayes.
Thank you. We're moved now to receive of communications. Do any of the alder people have communications to share? Alderman Sullivan?
Thank you, Joe. I did receive a communication from Mary and Mel Gregory along with Chris Snow, who are residents of the Carriage Greens community. and serve on their homeowners association. They've expressed concern about a couple of matters. First one being the fencing in the area along North Frontage Road over by the Carmelite area. The temporary fence was up for an extensive period of time. The good news is they have put up the typical fencing again, has been replaced and put in its place. And I know Dan Gombeck has been in communications with the Illinois Department of Transportation since they manage that roadway about exploring, the safety protocols and some additional things that could be put in place to slow people down and protect drivers along that roadway. Secondly, they've expressed concern about a ComEd pole that resides along Frontage Road closer to the Villas of Carriage Greens. It's been tagged to be replaced, but it just keeps leaning and leaning. So that's been notified by ComEd to figure out what's going on with that and get that replaced. And lastly, a speed limit sign that had been hit and was taken out along Frontage Road by Carriage Greens. They've asked that it be replaced as well.
Alderman Klistek.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Temp Kenny. I received communication from Megan Hofbrau, and I asked her to come and other residents to come because earlier today I actually talked to the Q-Bar owner, Mr. Thaft, and one of the things I learned in engineering, you want to get to the base and start understanding some of this history, and one of the things he did mention that he's been here 10 years and it was never an issue. That's sort of his argument. And I mentioned, residents have brought this up. This has been an issue for quite a while. He's like, no, it hasn't. So I welcome residents. I welcome coming to City Council and speaking tonight because everyone's under assumption that it just really happened just recently. And obviously this has been going on for quite a while, and this is why I'm support looking into this because obviously a lot of residents came out today to speak about this, and it's something that's been going for a while. I feel that just wasn't addressed, and so people just sort of ignored it and dealt with it. And I feel that no residents should lose sleep, especially a police officer, medical personnel, or any parent or the kids lose sleep over loud music. And so I'm glad they showed up. So we'll keep looking at it, see what we can do, come to a resolution. One thought is potentially I mentioned to Bob if he could come forward with maybe like a resolution to the Economic Development Council to put in better soundproofing in the building, sort of maybe some upgrades. I think a lot of residents would support that. I would support that for a plan if you did an analysis of the location. So thanks for coming up. Definitely, this seems to have been going on for quite a while. Second item, I noticed or realized this weekend there was another accident at 67th and Clarendon Hills. I just want to officially go on the record. I would support a stoplight at that intersection during goal session or we talked about improvements that we did. We've done a lot of improvements, and they just don't seem to really address the issue. So I'd like to go on the record and support Alderman Vaughn putting a stoplight at that intersection and look at, during budget season, have discussion, hopefully other aldermen and other persons support for a stoplight at that intersection. My understanding is there's still some funds from COVID relief that we have available that we could potentially use for a stoplight there.
Well, as we get into the budget in February, we'll have you'll have a better picture of whatever funds, whether it's COVID or additional transfer, but you'll have a better idea of the funds and the projects to come forward, yes.
Yeah, and I know it's expensive, but, it seems to be coming up and up and up. So just put it out there that I would support a stoplight there. And that is all.
Any other communications? Alderman?
Yeah, I was going to bring it up as well. Thank you for your support, Alderman Klistek. The accident happened probably yesterday about 3:15 p.m. It's a really bad accident. The lady went right directly into a pole. And I think that, anything that we can do to make this intersection better, it'll improve our status with the residents on that street, with the visibility issues from the north and south. And leading up to those intersections, there's no way to know that you are coming up to a four-way intersection. There's no sign, there's no signage. So I think it'll be helpful to keep adding signage, possible stoplight or stop sign, and to control the ebbs and flow of traffic coming from the north and south. So I think having your support as a council will be very important to this intersection. I know that we're going to have our goal setting and we have our budget meeting coming up, so hopefully we can put this in the budget and really just mitigate the whole situation. Not that it'll prevent all accidents, but anything that we can do to make it better, I think we should do it. So,
Alderman, Mayor Pro Temp Joe Kenny mentioned one time, we have no guarantee if it'll fix the intersection, but we do have a guarantee this will continue on if we do nothing.
Have we looked into any type of federal grants for a light there?
Yes.
And what have we found?
It does not qualify.
Okay.
They give you a reason why it doesn't qualify, Dan?
Counts, traffic counts, certain conditions, has to follow a criteria to help it be funded through the federal government. We do have the ability as a municipality to install it if we wanted to.
But is it going to, a little background, it took me 5-6 years to fight to get the light at Bailey Road in Plainfield, okay? And we went through counts, and we finally got the count status approved by the feds for a $1.1 million light. And what did we get, 850,000, I think, from?
750, I think.
Was it 750? Okay. Do we know what a cost of the light would be for this location? Any idea?
Non-funded, meaning non-federally funded, it would be about 350 to 400,000. If it was federally funded, it would be basically double because of certain protocols that need to be followed.
Okay.
And here's how I feel on that issue too about cost. If we can give Carriage Greens $366,000, we can fund a street light or a stop sign at this intersection. Point blank. We wrote him a blank check for what? We wrote him a check.
Line of credit. Go ahead. Treasurer Corn, go ahead.
I'm sorry, Alderman Vaughn, I just can't let you get by with making a statement like that. We did advance them $366,000, but it is a loan they're repaying back by accelerated additional revenues that we're getting from there.
I understand
So it's
that.
not just giving the money away. So I just want to make sure the audience is clear on that as they see that. They did get the money, but it is a loan, and they've already started paying it back, actually.
And that's great. I respect. Thank you. Yeah, but we did write him a check, $366,000.
But it doesn't save any lives, so that's a point.
I have one communication from Terrence Newman, a Darien resident, regarding his displeasure with some of the books that are at the District 99 Library at the South and Downers Grove North. That brings us to the mayor's report, and it's my pleasure to bring the House Decorating Committee to announce our winners of this year's holiday decorating contest winners for 2021.
Pro Temp Mayor and Council, at this time I'd like to read off the winners of the Decorating Committee. We did have 49 nominations this year, so it was, I believe, Diane Novarini said that was an all-time record, so we're pretty happy about that. We did spend I think with our group, over 5 hours looking at houses and had a heck of a time trying to decide who was going to be winning and honorable mentions. So I'm going to start with our honorable mentions. The first one is at 2900 Hillside Lane. It's decorated by Nick and Michelle Squares. This is a very nice display. When I came to the door, I noticed that Nick and Michelle had set a basket out of snacks and soft drinks for all the delivery people who are working so hard this time of year. Nick told me that the decorations are a composite of decorations from relatives, Nick's grandfather, Michelle's grandmother, and her uncle, all of whom have passed on. What a nice way to remember those beloved family members. This display was one of the few we saw that provided us with sound. Of course, Christmas carols. The decorations included a Santa, a snowman, a wreath, and a multitude of lights on lawns and roof lines. Lighted snowflakes were twinkling. The decorations are coordinated with that of their neighbors. Thanks, Michelle and Nick, for a wonderful display and spreading holiday cheer.
Are they
Next
here?
display
Oh.
is at 7.
There's
They're here or not? Or? No, they're not. I don't think so. The next display is at 7302 Bunker Road. It was decorated by Richard and Heather Girardi. The display is an extensive light show. The Girardis have lived at this address for 10 years. This is their second Darien address. I spoke to Heather's parents when I visited, and they told me that the desire to decorate is shared by both Heather and Richard. This house has lights on the house and across the roof line, with an outline of a tree traced with lights on the side, of the garage. Wreaths and garland were everywhere. and multiple trees are covered in red and green lights. Solar lights line the driveway. 2 Christmas trees inside the house are visible through the windows. Thank you, Richard and Heather, for this beautiful display. I don't know if they're here.
They're here?
Thank you.
Okay.
Do you
Mr.
want to come up? Do you want to come up?
Well, we're going to wait. The next house is at 7809 Farmingdale. Its owners are Brent and Gabby Walker. They have lived in Darien just over 16 months. Brent has been decorating for as long as he can remember. This house features a true vintage Christmas with a 30-foot Santa sleigh and reindeer slung over the house, over the front yard, literally over the front yard. It's really something to see, with a lighted square landing pad below. Vintage blow-molded soldiers and candles line the driveway with a vintage Santa overseeing the front yard. Being this house is on the corner, Brent completely lit up the entire side and back of his yard with approximately 5,000 lights. This house receives honorable mention, and thank you, Brent, for your fun display. It's a lot of fun. I don't know if he's here, but hey, all right, Brent. The next house is at 7810 Lyman, which is owned by Dr. Robert and Susan Oslick. They are the original owners and have lived in Darien for 37 years. Their son, Ryan, who's from New York, decided to decorate for them. But the entire front of the house is covered in lights, but what really makes this house stand out is the way Ryan wrapped the trees in the lights in the front yard. Each of the 3 large trees was meticulously wrapped, branch at a time, with red, purple, and white lights. Ryan said he just kept buying lights, and his motto is, the more lights, the better. And the decorating team agrees. It was really beautiful. Thank you, Ryan and Oslick family. I think they're here. Yeah.
We have certificates.
We have certificates.
We're going to wait till
Right.
We're going to do it at the end.
Come on, Joe.
The next house is located at 533 73rd Street and is owned by Jim and Carrie Kaiser, and I know they're here tonight. They have lived in Darien for 35 years and at this house for 28. They both love to decorate and have won 3rd place in '97 and 2nd place in 2003. Jim was also on the decorating committee for the last 10 years. The property is 2/3 of an acre. The yard is lined in colored lights front to back, which in the middle features a Christmas carousel, lighted bells, and numerous fun blow-ups. With so many lights outlining the house, the large yard is one of the brightest displays we had seen in town. This house receives honorable mention, and thank you, Jim and Carrie. It's really a fun display.
When are you going to give the certificates?
I just want to acknowledge too.
When she's done.
In case anybody didn't know, this is Steve Warnicki. He's new to the committee this year. This is Leslie Sweeney, and this is Tracy Thompson. And it was a new experience for us. We looked at everything through new eyes, and boy, did we look at a lot of lights.
Could we do something before you get going? Could we get your honorable mentions all up in one time? One right now. This we can take a shot with them instead, because since the mayor's not here today.
Sure. Yeah. Honorable mention.
Honorable mentions, come on up.
Good job, Joe.
Howdy, neighbor.
All right. 73rd Street,
Like to
Mr.
get
Kaiser. Thank you.
Thank you, Pro Tem.
Thank you, sir. Do I have Lyman?
Great.
Lyman, here we go. And Farmingdale Drive.
Great sweater, Jeff.
Love it. Love it.
Go. Bunker Road.
Dang it.
And I believe Hillside Lane is not here this evening, correct?
Okay, you guys want to,
Okay. Right.
if you want to hold up your certificates, wonderful. Okay, thank you so much.
PowerPoint or something.
As you're announced, they're calm, we're gonna have them come up one by one now, okay?
Sounds good.
They are going to ease them.
So moving forward, how's that? Can you hear me? Yeah. Moving forward then, we chose houses 1 through 5, and starting with number 5, the next house we chose was at 7718 Sawyer Road, and it's owned by Sherry and Pat Gillespie. And Sherry and Pat have lived in Darien for 49 years. Sherry has won Best Decorated in 2018 and 4th place in 2015. Obviously, she's been decorating a long time, and she's also been instrumental in organizing the entire block decorating, which won the Best Decorated Block in 2018 and 2019. This year, Sherry's outdoor landscaping was completely redone, which created a new challenge. When you do these massive decoration things, it takes a while to see how it's going to go. The results and the theme were very tasteful and elegant, with appropriate lighting on the bushes and light garland across the entire roof line. There's a juggling snowman on the side of the house.
Nice.
This house was our 5th place winner. I don't think Sherry's here tonight.
She's ill, yeah.
She's ill, but if she's watching, we thank her very much. The next house is a house at 1508 Willow Creek Road. It's owned by Brian and Amy Coletta, and they've lived in Darien for 16 years. And Brian's mom always decorated when he was growing up, and now Brian and his son Matt are keeping up the family tradition. Their house features a 40-foot pine tree in the front yard, completely lit from top to bottom with large bright lights. A homemade nativity scene made by Brian with a star that flashes at the top. There's a handmade Christmas tree lot made by Matt. The house is adorned with bright lights across the top with a complement of red lights on all the bushes. This is our 4th place winner. Are they here?
Friends and a resident of mine, they said to please thank you very much for the honor if they were to receive a recognition.
Okay, all right. Okay. Our number 3 award goes to the house at 621 Maple Lane, decorated by Matt and Rebecca Hariska.
Word 2, baby.
I don't see them. Matt and Rebecca and their 2 children are ages 5 and 2 and have lived at this house for only 6 years. Matt says he decorated for Christmas when he was growing up. He outlined every eave and angle he could find on this house. And each light string was absolutely straight as an arrow, which was amazing because it's really a hard thing to achieve. He's got trees, elves, Santa's reindeer, and the Grinch. Lights outline the front lawn. There's an elf with a cup of hot chocolate, a truck bringing home a tree, and a dinosaur with a present in its mouth. So thank you, Riska family, for such a lovely display. Okay. Our number 2 winner tonight, it's from 117 68th Street, decorated by Sherry Wilson and Aaron Peterson. I do believe they are here. They are. Sherry tells me she's lived at this address for approximately 20 years. Aaron said he did the physical setup and Sherry had the ideas. This house appears like a Christmas card. I mean, we looked at it, oh, it looked just like a card. They've got a theme of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The cast of characters is well represented. They've got everybody from that. Rudolph, Clarice, the Abominable Snowman, Cornelius, the Misfit Toys, and even one I forgot about, King Moonracer, who rules the land of misfit toys. Candy canes line the driveway, snowflakes twinkle in the trees, and tiny little lighted trees are spread out across the lawn. It's a beautiful display for adults to see and a charming one for kids as well. So thank you, Sherry and Aaron. I think we need to thank everybody who decorates and to this level, to this extent, because we all benefit from it, from their work. You're welcome. Thank you.
Nice job.
That's second place. Our number 1 winner, and these were all tough decisions to make, but this one clicked every box, checked every box. We were just awe-stricken by it. 1614 Darien Club Drive, decorated by Alan and Yolanta McNay, and I know they're here. I can't even describe how beautiful this house looks. They moved into this home just in 2019. They've got 2 children, ages 9 and 10. They said they always planned to decorate for the holidays, and the move to the house in Darien provided that opportunity. Their decorations are extraordinary. I mean, the front of the house is lined with lights with an arch over the door. There's a large Santa and sleigh, reindeer, and lighted soldiers in the front yard. There's a decorated tree visible through the front window. The back of the house is just as stunning as the front. You can see it. It looks like a miniature arboretum back there. White mini lights, blue, purple, and green floodlights illuminate the trees. Yolanta says Alan's the designer of the display, and she helps with the setup. This house is a must-see if you're out driving in Darien. 1614 Darien Club Drive. It's thank you, McNay family, for sharing all this with us. You know, if your spouses see this, they're going to want you to do this too. It's gorgeous. So, come on up. You two want
I'm here to announce the block winner, which is 7700 Sawyer Road. Be sure to treat yourself to this holiday season to a drive down this block on Sawyer. 36 of the 46 houses are decorated. The whole street sparkles. Sherry Gillespie is one of the driving forces on this achievement, and is our own committee member Steve Warnicki. I would like to encourage other blocks to join in this competition. It would be great to see other entries in the decorated block contest. It only requires 5 houses in a row to be considered.
Yeah, we'd like to see some more people trying out. They're close.
May I have an applause for the committee for doing such a fine job?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Whoa.
A little bit closer. You guys could all, right.
Every year you don't.
Okay, as we move on to our agenda, the city clerk's report.
Let's wait a minute. That's
I
not.
didn't realize we were doing
Good
that.
job.
Is
Can't
that
see
okay?
anyone, perfect.
Can we move it over?
I think it's going to.
Well,
interfere.
the cameras, I wonder if the camera's not picking up these guys.
I
Here,
put the
I'll
easel
get
there,
it.
so that's my, Dan will move it over with you. and- So that's,
I'll get it, Greg.
You don't see me worried.
Chief.
There you go.
Mike.
Here you go.
Let me ask real quick.
Sure.
So this is going to be posted, I just had somebody ask me if the addresses would be posted. so
On the
that
website?
People could go around and see them, because we don't have a tour bus this year or anything like that.
they did it last year. They posted the addresses and the award winners.
Okay.
Yes.
They put it on
Darien
Direct Connect.
And I think the pictures usually go on too. So
Yeah,
they'll be sending those over to Diane Noverini, I think.
Yeah.
Right? No? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Get on.
Thank you. Okay, let me try this again. Clerk's report.
A couple of announcements. Darien city offices will be closed on Friday, December 24th, and on Monday, December 27th, in observance of Christmas. And the offices will also be closed on Friday, December 31st, for the New Year's holiday. Thank you.
Thank you. City Administrator's report.
No report tonight, thank you.
Thank you. Department heads, Police Department monthly report.
No report, but I'll answer any questions anybody may have.
Does anybody have any questions for Chief Thomas this evening?
I do.
Alderman Gustafson?
Yeah, Chief, I know we still have an issue with the Cadillac converters now, the thefts of those. And I saw that various communities, such as Evanston, they're going actually painting initials on the Cadillac converters. And I don't know if that actually can help. Now, one of the things I did see, and I have contacted some of the political folks in the state of Illinois here, is that in the state of Washington is actually passing legislation to ban, they only have commercial businesses able to sell the actual catalytic converters. So I'm not sure, too, if something like that on a statewide level would help. But I think I don't know if there's anything that you can think of that we can do as a community or even as a state to try to cut back on, because the only way to avoid it is to put your car in the garage. That's the only way to prevent it at this point, I think.
Yes, and Alderman had previously sent me an email to discuss this topic, so I had the deputy chief contact Evanston and I believe it's St. Paul.
Yep.
And both of those agencies have done something with identifying catalytic converters while they're still on the vehicle. I just got a PowerPoint that St. Paul put together. I looked at it for probably 15 minutes before coming to the meeting because I had just got it like about 6:30.
Hey, Mike.
There's a number of items beyond just painting or initialing the catalytic converter. Talk about similar with parking in the garage, parking in an area where you can't get under the vehicle. They discussed higher vehicles such as four-wheel drive trucks and those type of things. So it's quite extensive. So I didn't have a chance to get through that totally. I will get through that and make some recommendations about catalytic converters and those type of things. They did talk about the public appreciation. They did not get into too much about results, about whether or not the programs have actually worked to reduce thefts. So that was one of my comments to the deputy chief to figure out the proper measure. Because you can measure how many vehicles got stamped and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
And
it
you
was
can
hard to
measure
find
the results about less catalytic converter thefts and go from there. So anyway, there's more to look at.
Okay.
And so I'll get that done and we'll make some recommendations.
Okay.
As to the statewide stuff, I worked on a similar project in Aurora where we passed an ordinance about recyclers, pawns, and resale, and used a program that we call Leads Online. And the state did pass some things similar to what we did in Aurora, so I'll have to give that another look to refresh my memory because it's probably been 10 years or plus ago.
Okay. Thank you, Chief.
Yes, sir.
Alderman Klistik.
Thank you, Mr. Kenny. Quick question. Amber was chatting with me. I noticed in one of the police reports we had 4 incidents of theft at Walmart. And the concern is if your officers are tied up at Walmart quite often, is there a safety or delayed response time, for example, to an accident on 67th and Clarendon Hills on the other side of town while you're dealing with thefts at Walmart? I mean, if you have 4 at the same time, you have 2 officers there or 3, is there any concern of safety, or is there like a point where that they allocate too many resources for theft at Walmart and, taxpayers are paying for it? I noticed that Willowbrook Target, they have their own security guard. I was chatting with the manager there, and they mentioned Willowbrook stops maybe once every other day, every third day. So residents were just wondering if there's a safety concern if our police are at Walmart all the time.
There's a lot in that question. Should they be concerned about manpower because an officer is out on a theft report? The answer is no. We don't put our manpower based on a single incident. We base our manpower on calls for service generated by the citizens calling the police, and then look at seasonality, day of the week, hour of the day, a bunch of different analysis to determine how many officers are needed for operations, and look at the time that an officer is tied up on some type of activity, regardless of what that is. In regards to being at a different location, there's 3 patrol districts within the city. Each one of those patrol districts are manned to a couple of deep. And so an officer, we try not to, but depending on the call for service, we may be able to hold that call. So if it's a report type call or non-emergency call, we try to hold that call for the district officer. If that's not possible, if, accident with injury, or if there's an arrest or evidence that could be lost, those type of things, then we will immediately dispatch a car from another district to that other district in order to make sure that we're not holding calls on emergency type situations.
Chief, do we handle all the traffic, I'll call it accidents for lack of a better term, on Clinton Hills Road? Because like I know I believe that, like, for example, 75th Street, something happens on 75th Street, even if it's us, Downers Grove pretty much takes the paper on that. Is it the same way with, any of our other bordering towns?
It depends. And for the specific answer to 67th Clarendon Hill Road, I don't know that answer. I can check. The issue with jurisdiction at an intersection is depending on first agency to that intersection typically has jurisdiction until another jurisdiction comes up there. Then a lot of times they'll move to center line versus side of the road. It's very frustrating because then you have to determine a lot of different things within that intersection about where the first contact occurred and who's got jurisdiction. It's much easier for one agency to take those accident reports and just have a gentleman's agreement or a MOU between agencies about who's going to handle that call for service.
Thank you. Anything else for the chief? Municipal Services, Mr. Gambach, do you have anything this evening, sir?
No report, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. We'll move to the Treasury's report. Treasurer Corrin.
Thank you, Joe. Yeah, this evening we've got 2 warrants. First of all, I'm going to request council's approval of warrant number 212215 in the amount of $793,894.48 from the listed funds, as well as payroll for the 2 periods ended November 18th, 21 and December 2nd, 21 in the amount of $644,310.20 for a total be approved of $1,438,204.68.
Do I have a motion to approve? I got it first by Alderperson Sullivan, second by Alderperson Vaughn. The discussion? The roll.
Sullivan?
Aye.
Vaughn?
Aye.
Kenny?
Aye.
Clistic?
Aye.
Gustafson?
Aye.
Shower?
Aye.
Belzak?
Aye.
7 ayes.
Next, requesting council's approval of warrant number 212216 in the amount of $451,636.89 from the listed funds and payroll for the period ended December 16th, 21 in the amount of $266,658.99 for a total be approved of $718,295.88.
Do I have a motion to approve? I have a first by Alderman Shower, second by Alderman Belzak. Discussion? With none, the roll, please.
Shower?
Aye.
Belzak?
Aye.
Vaughn?
Aye.
Gustafson?
Aye.
Clistic?
Aye.
Sullivan?
Aye.
Kenny?
Aye.
7 ayes.
And the revenue and expenditure report for the 7 months ended November 30th, 21 reflects general fund year-to-date revenue of $11,532,401, expenses of $8,345,883 for a current balance of $5,747,979. Water fund year-to-date revenue of $4,067,369, expenses of $3,825,305, current balance of $3,845,026. Motor fuel tax fund year-to-date revenue of $762,036, expenses of $1,369,184 for a current balance of $759,175. Water depreciation fund year-to-date revenue of $1,135, expenses of $159,616, current balance of $2,936,888, and a capital improvement fund year-to-date revenue of $1,702,000, expenses of $1,306,935, current balance of $10,409,633.
Okay. Thank you, Mike. Standing committee reports. Any of my chairs have reports? Alderman Belzak.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Municipal Services Committee will be conducting the meeting next week. Due to the holiday on the Monday, it will be on Tuesday, the 28th at 7 p.m. in council chambers.
Thank you. Alderwoman Sullivan.
The Economic Development Committee will meet on Thursday, January 6th, 2022 at 7 p.m. in council's chambers. And the Administrative Finance Committee will next meet on Monday, February 7th at 6 p.m. in the upstairs conference room at City Hall.
Thank you. The Police Committee meeting was canceled this evening due to lack of agenda items. The next one is slated for Monday, January 17th, 6 p.m. across this parking lot in the police training room. Do we have any questions from the audience? There is no audience. So we will move on. Old business, there being no old business, we'll move to the consent agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, just give me a second here.
I'm gonna get a cup of coffee.
A through Z. Wow.
And,
Holy cow.
and here we go. Our consent agenda this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Item number A is going to be a consideration of a motion granting a waiver of the raffle license bond requirement for the Darien Lions Club. Item B, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a proposal from Tiles and Style LLC, doing business as Taza, supplies for bituminous products as required for various public works projects in the specific unit pricing. Item C, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a proposal from Underground Pipe and Valve Company for culvert metal pipes, metal bands, and metal flared end sections and fittings as required for various public works projects for a period of May 1st, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. Item D, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a proposal from 119th Street Materials, formerly Wilco Green LLC, for tipping and transfer fees at the proposed unit prices for certain generated waste from various public works projects. Item E, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a proposal from the Core and Main for high-density polyethylene pipes, better known as HDPP, bands, flared end sections, and fittings at the proposed unit prices for various public works projects for a period of May 1st, 2022 through April 20th, 2023. Item F, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a proposal from Underground Pipe and Valve Company for pressure pipes as required for various public works projects at the proposed unit pricing for a period of May 1, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. Item G, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a proposal from EJ USA Incorporated for storm sewer structures, iron sewer grates, concrete adjusting rings at the proposed unit prices for various public works projects for a period of May 1st, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. Item H, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a proposal from JC Landscaping and Tree Services at the schedule of prices for the placement of topsoil and for the purchase and placement of fertilizer and sod for landscape restoration services for a period of May 1st, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. Item I, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a proposal from Shrev Services Incorporated for topsoil at the specific unit prices for various public works projects for a period of May 1st, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. Item J, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting proposal from Core and Main for Smith and Blair stainless steel water main repair clamp style 226 with stainless steel bolts for the maintenance of the water system at the proposed unit pricing of a period of May 1st, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. Item K, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a proposal from Core and Main for Smith and Blair stainless steel water main repair clamps style 238 with stainless steel bolts at the proposed unit prices in various sizes for the maintenance of the water systems for a period of May 1st, 2022 through April 30, 2023. Item L, a consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a proposal from Zeeble Water Services Products Incorporated for a Type K copper pipe for the maintenance of the water system for a period of May 1st, 2022 through April 30, 2023. Item M, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a proposal from Underground Pipe and Valve Company for Mueller brand brass fittings and to propose unit prices for the maintenance of the water system for a period of May 1st, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. Consideration of a motion, item N, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a proposal from Core and Main for General Water Department utilities, tools, and marking supplies for the maintenance of the water system for a period of May 1st, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. Item O, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a proposal from Core and Main for General Water Department utility fixtures for the maintenance of the water system for a period of May 1st, 2022 through April 30, 2023. Item P, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a proposal from Core and Main for various water valves for the maintenance of the water system at the proposed unit price for a period of May 1st, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. Item Q, consideration of a motion to approve resolution accepting a proposal from Core and Main for Mueller Super Centurion fire hydrants and auxiliary valves for the maintenance of the water system as required for a period of May 1st, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. Item R, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a proposal from EJ USA Incorporated for East Jordan CD 250 fire hydrants, valves, and accessories at the proposed unit prices as required for a period of May 1st, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. Item S, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a proposal from Zeeble Water Service Products Incorporated for a Water's Pacer fire hydrants, auxiliary valves, and accessories at the proposed unit prices as required for a period of May 1st, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. Item T, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a proposal from Underground Pipe and Valve Company for Cloud Medallion fire hydrants, auxiliary valves, and accessories at the proposed unit prices as required for a period of May 1st, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. Item U, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a proposal from Underground Pipe and Valve Company for the Clow Eddy fire hydrant repair parts at the proposed unit prices as required for a period of May 1, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. Item V, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a proposal from Underground Pipe and Valve Incorporated for the Clow Medallion fire hydrant repair parts at the proposed unit prices as required for a period of May 1, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. Item W, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a proposal from Zeeble Water Service Products for the Traverse City Fire Hydrant repair parts at the proposed unit prices as required for a period of May 1st, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. Item X, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a proposal from EJ USA Incorporated for the East Jordan Water Master 5BR250 and East Jordan Water Master 5CD250 fire hydrant repair parts at the proposed unit prices as required for a period of May 1st, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. Item Y, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a proposal from Core and Main for the Mueller Super Centurion fire hydrant parts at the proposed unit prices as required for a period of May 1st, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. And last but not least, item Z, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a proposal from Core and Main for the U.S. pipe fire hydrant repair parts as required for a period of May 1st, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. Do I have a motion to approve?
I think you should read them all again.
Bravo, Joe.
I have a motion by Alderman Shower, second by Alderman Gustafson. The roll, please.
Shower.
Aye.
Gustafson.
Aye.
Kenny.
Aye.
Vaughn.
Aye.
Belzak.
Aye.
Sullivan.
Aye.
Clistic.
Aye.
7 ayes.
The motion is passed. New business. There being no new business, we move to questions, comments, announcements from our alder people. Alderwoman Sullivan.
Thank you, Mayor Joe Kenny, for the day. I just want to remind our community that the Citizen of the Year Committee is seeking nominations, and those nominations are due on January 6th. Many might ask, what is the goal of the Citizen of the Year Committee? And their goal is to search for a very special man or woman who has given themselves to make Darien a nice place to live. If you know of a person who goes above and beyond the call of duty, and I know we have many, many, many people like that in Darien, it's always that person that will lend a hand, step up and do and help their fellow man. They need to be a Darien resident. Please, please nominate them for the Citizen of the Year. You can go to the city website. It's under committees, and you can also find a quick link on Darien Direct Connect. But, they're looking for diversity of activities, length of service, degree of involvement. Do not be intimidated by the nomination form. It does not take that long. Encourage others. If you've got a person that you think is a good idea, encourage others to also submit nominations for them. Everyone has a different perspective. We've got so many wonderful citizens in Darien that have impacted people in many different ways. And I think it's imperative that we get the recognition out to those folks. So elected officials are not eligible, but pretty much everyone else in Darien who's a resident is. So I encourage you, please reach out to me if you have any specific questions or to other members of the committee. But take time over the holidays to reflect and make a difference in someone's life. January 6th, 2022 is the deadline. Thank you.
Do we know the date for the banquet? Put on our calendars.
I don't have that yet, but I
Okay.
will let you know. I think, they might have, I think it's,
March,
I might
usually.
have it. Hold on a second. I might have written it down. I apologize. I do have that. Friday, March 4th.
Perfect.
And it is at Alpine Banquets.
Awesome. Mark your calendars.
Alderman Shower.
Joe, terrific job tonight. Terrific.
Thank you, sir.
Bravo.
Just want to wish everybody happy holidays and have a safe and wonderful new year. So.
And you beat me to it. I was going to say on behalf of Mayor Marquez, who couldn't be here this evening, wish all you and your families a happy and safe, healthy Christmas and New Year.
Amen.
Do I have a motion without any other business? Do I have a motion to adjourn? I've got it by Alderman Vaughn, second by Alderwoman Sullivan. All in favor?
Aye.
Dismiss.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you, Joe.
Good job, Joe.